It's exactly what I was seeing in my head.
How you feeling, man?
I'm in shock. It's just a beautiful color.
There are thousands of people out there with hot rods and muscle cars trying to put modern technology into them.
When Overhaulin first premiered in 2004, it quickly became one of television's most beloved automotive shows. Week after week, viewers watched ordinary, worn-out vehicles transformed into breathtaking custom masterpieces, thanks to a talented team whose passion, creativity, and larger-than-life personalities made every reveal unforgettable. But while the cars rolled back onto the road looking better than ever, time has sadly taken several of the remarkable people who helped make the series so special.
Everything that I would have ever wanted on that car is on there. I'll be staring at it and figuring things out on it for a long.
So, which beloved members are no longer with us? And what happened to them? Join us as we remember the Overhaulin family members we've lost. Jessi Combs. Jessi Combs was one of those people who seemed completely at home around cars. Long before she became part of the Overhaulin family, she had already earned the respect of builders and racers through hard work and undeniable talent. But appearing on the show introduced her to millions of viewers who quickly fell in love with her fearless attitude, easygoing personality, and incredible fabrication skills. Looking back, it is hard to believe someone who brought so much energy to the garage would become one of the unforgettable faces fans would later remember with such sadness. Born on July 27, 1980, in Rapid City, South Dakota, Jessi knew early on that she wanted a different path. Instead of going to a traditional college, she enrolled at Wyotech, where she studied collision repair, chassis fabrication, street rod building, and custom fabrication. She threw herself into every project and graduated at the top of her class in 2004. Even better, the vehicle she built for her final project caught the right people's attention and helped open the door to her career. That opportunity eventually led her to Overhaulin. After helping build a custom vehicle for the Specialty Equipment Market Association show, television producers noticed not only how skilled she was, but also how naturally she fit in around the shop. She first appeared as a guest fabricator before returning as a co-host during the show's 2012 revival alongside Chip Foose and Chris Jacobs. Jessi never looked like she was trying to impress anyone. She simply loved the work, and that passion came through every time she picked up a tool or celebrated another finished build. It was one of the reasons viewers connected with her so easily. While television made her a familiar face, racing was never far from her heart. Jessi competed in demanding events like the Baja 1000 and King of the Hammers, always looking for the next challenge. She earned the nickname the fastest woman on four wheels, and she proved it more than once. In 2013, she set the women's four-wheel land speed record at 398 miles per hour. 3 years later, she pushed it even higher, reaching 477.59 miles per hour. Still, she believed there was more left to accomplish. That belief brought her to Oregon's Alvord Desert on August 27, 2019, where she attempted to break the overall women's land speed record in the North American Eagle. During the run, a front wheel assembly failed at extreme speed, causing a crash that took her life at just 39 years old. Even so, her final run made history. The recorded data showed she had reached an average speed of 522.783 miles per hour. And in 2020, Guinness World Records officially recognized her as the fastest woman on four wheels. Through the Jessi Combs Foundation, her passion continues to inspire future builders, racers, and young people determined to follow the same fearless path she did. But Jessi wasn't the only member of the automotive television family whose journey was cut tragically short. Another fan favorite brought a completely different energy to the shop floor, using his massive size and quick wit to pull off the show's most legendary setups. Stick around to see how a gentle giant named Lee Reherman traded a career in economics for a life of Hollywood pranks. Lee Reherman. Lee Reherman may have been best known to Overhaulin fans as the mysterious prank guy, but there was far more to him than the tough character he played on screen. With his towering frame, quick sense of humor, and ability to keep a straight face in even the most outrageous situations, he became an unforgettable part of the show's original run. His performances helped create some of Overhaulin's biggest surprises, making the final reveals even more rewarding for viewers. Before finding success on television, Lee had already built an impressive resume. He played offensive tackle at Cornell University, where he graduated with honors. After spending time at the Miami Dolphins training camp, he went on to earn an MBA from UCLA and even began working toward a doctorate in economics before deciding to pursue acting instead. Many viewers first recognized him as Hawk on American Gladiators, where his 6'4" frame and bodybuilder's physique made him one of the competition's most recognizable stars from 1993 to 1996. That same commanding presence made him the perfect fit for Overhaulin, where he appeared in 58 episodes between 2004 and 2008. Whether he was pretending to be a police officer, an investigator, or another intimidating authority figure, Lee fully committed to every prank. While nervous owners feared the worst had happened to their beloved cars, he never broke character, making the emotional reveal that much more satisfying. His role became one of the show's trademarks, and many fans looked forward to seeing what disguise he would appear in next. Away from Overhaulin, Lee also enjoyed a successful acting career, appearing in films such as Last Action Hero and Star Trek Into Darkness, along with television shows including The X-Files, Gilmore Girls, Prison Break, Jane the Virgin, and KC Undercover. Sadly, Lee Reherman passed away on February 29, 2016, at the age of 49, just weeks after undergoing hip replacement surgery. A later post-mortem examination found he had chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, although it was not identified as the direct cause of his death. His intelligence, humor, and larger-than-life personality continue to make him one of the most memorable faces ever associated with Overhaulin. Sam Foose. For many Overhaulin fans, Sam Foose was the quiet, steady presence working beside his son, Chip Foose. But long before television introduced him to a new generation, Sam had already earned his place as one of the true pioneers of custom car building. His talent, patience, and eye for detail helped shape the hot rod world, and the legacy he built would eventually become one of the foundations of Overhaulin itself. As this list continues, his story is another reminder that some of the people behind the show's greatest builds left behind far more than unforgettable cars. Born on March 23, 1934, in Southern California, Sam's passion for cars began early. When his family moved to Arizona, 14-year-old Sam made the bold decision to stay behind in Santa Barbara and support himself. While working on cars to make ends meet, he taught himself welding, metal shaping, painting, and mechanical repair. Those early years were far from easy, but they gave him the skills that would define the rest of his life. After serving in the U.S. Army during the Korean War, Sam continued building his career in the automotive industry. He worked for AMT, where he teamed up with legendary customizer Gene Winfield to build full-sized versions of model cars used to promote the company's kits. Later, he worked on experimental safety vehicles before opening his own custom shop, Project Designs, in Santa Barbara in 1970. It was there that he built many of the custom cars and hot rods that earned him the respect of builders across the country. His greatest project, though, may have been inspiring the next generation. Sam introduced Chip Foose to car design while he was still a child. Chip began sketching cars as he watched his father work, and was already helping around the shop by the age of 7. Over the years, Chip has often said that everything he knows about craftsmanship, creativity, and dedication started with his father. When Overhaulin premiered in 2004, fans were treated to something special whenever Sam and Chip worked side by side. Their natural chemistry and shared love for the craft brought an authenticity that could not be staged. Even as he got older, Sam continued fabricating custom body panels and mentoring younger builders, always willing to pass along what he had learned. Sam Foose passed away on November 28, 2018, at the age of 84 after complications from cancer. His loss was deeply felt throughout the automotive community. 2 years later, the Grand National Roadster Show introduced the Sam Foose Memorial Design Award, ensuring that his commitment to craftsmanship and innovation continues to inspire future generations of builders. But while his childhood inside his father's garage gave him a masterclass in metal and fabrication, it was his brilliant eye for lines and form that would soon take him to the absolute pinnacle of car design. Keep watching to see how Chip Foose transformed that early childhood passion into a world-renowned automotive empire greater than or equal to Chip Foose. If there is one person whose name has become almost inseparable from Overhaulin, it is Chip Foose. As the creative force behind the show, he turned worn-out, forgotten vehicles into rolling works of art, proving that every car has a story worth saving. His remarkable talent, down-to-earth personality, and genuine love for the craft helped make the series a favorite among car enthusiasts around the world. While many familiar faces from the Overhaulin family are sadly no longer with us, Chip continues to carry their legacy forward through every build he creates. Born on October 13, 1963, in Santa Barbara, California, Chip grew up surrounded by hot rods and custom cars. His father, legendary builder Sam Foose, owned a custom shop, and by the time Chip was 7 years old, he was already sketching car designs and lending a hand around the garage. Those early experiences sparked a passion that would shape the rest of his life. After studying at the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, Chip worked with renowned customizer Boyd Coddington before starting his own company, Foose Design, in Huntington Beach, California. His ability to combine timeless styling with modern engineering quickly earned him a reputation as one of the industry's most respected designers. When Overhaulin debuted in 2004, Chip became the heart of the show. Every episode challenged him to completely transform a deserving owner's vehicle in just 7 days. What made his builds stand out was not just the craftsmanship, but the personal touches he included, making every reveal as emotional as it was unforgettable. Over the years, Chip has won multiple Riddler Awards and earned recognition as one of the most influential custom car designers of his generation. Beyond television, he has designed production vehicles, concept cars, wheels, and automotive accessories for major manufacturers. Today, he remains deeply involved in the automotive world, attending car shows, mentoring young builders, and continuing to inspire fans with the creativity and passion that made Overhaulin an enduring success. Craig Chaffers. Not every hero on Overhaulin stood in front of the camera. Some of the most important work happened behind the scenes, and few people were more essential than Craig Chaffers. While viewers often focused on the stunning designs and emotional reveals, Craig was the person helping keep everything on track. As project manager, he played a major role in making the show's impossible-looking 7-day builds come together, earning the respect of both the crew and longtime fans. Craig appeared in 44 episodes between 2004 and 2006, working closely with Chip Foose on every major transformation. While Chip concentrated on designing each vehicle, Craig handled the enormous task of keeping the entire build moving forward. Every deadline, every department, and every unexpected problem eventually found its way to him. With dozens of builders, fabricators, painters, mechanics, and interior specialists working at the same time, staying organized was no small job. Craig coordinated every stage of the process, from bodywork and fabrication to engine installation, paint, interior work, and final assembly. His ability to keep everyone working together made the show's signature one-week overhauls possible. What made Craig especially valuable was that he was far more than a project manager. He was an accomplished hot rod and custom car builder with years of hands-on experience. That technical knowledge allowed him to step in whenever problems arose, earning the confidence of both the crew and Chip himself. One of the clearest examples of that trust came during the memorable episode where the team secretly rebuilt Chip Foose's own 1956 Ford F-100. While Chip had no idea what was happening, Craig was responsible for managing not only the regular Overhaulin builds, but also the surprise project. Chris Jacobs later joked that Craig took a beating trying to keep the secret because he hated lying to one of his closest friends. Although he was rarely the center of attention, Craig's calm personality and practical approach made him a familiar face throughout the series. His steady leadership helped turn ambitious ideas into reality, proving that some of Overhaulin's biggest success stories belong to the people working quietly behind the scenes. Chris Jacobs.
Ever
While
wondered what
several
happened to
familiar
cast
faces
members
from
who took a
Overhaulin
break and
are
never
sadly
returned
no
to your
longer with
screen?
us, Chris Jacobs continues to carry the spirit of the show forward. As the longtime co-host, he brought warmth, humor, and just the right amount of suspense to every episode. Whether he was distracting an unsuspecting car owner or walking viewers through an emotional backstory, Chris had a way of making every transformation feel personal. Chris joined Overhaulin when the series premiered in 2004 and quickly became the perfect partner for Chip Foose. While Chip focused on rebuilding the cars, Chris focused on the people behind them. He helped organize the show's unforgettable hidden camera pranks and guided viewers through each emotional journey, making the final reveals even more rewarding. Long before television made him a familiar face, Chris had taken a very different path. He earned a bachelor's degree in English from Whittier College before attending Western State University College of Law. After passing the California bar exam in 1995, he was admitted to the State Bar of California. Instead of practicing law, however, he chose to pursue a career in entertainment. That decision led to acting roles in series such as The X-Files, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, Touched by an Angel, and 2.5 Men. Those experiences eventually opened the door to hosting, where his natural personality made him an ideal fit for Overhaulin. When the show went on hiatus in 2008, Chris continued building his television career with The Insider, Entertainment Tonight, and later returned when Overhaulin was revived in 2012. Beyond the automotive world, he became the host of Long Lost Family, drawing from his own experience as an adoptee who reunited with his biological mother at the age of 22. His personal journey gave him a unique connection to the families featured on the series. Today, Chris remains an active figure in automotive television, hosting collector car auctions, major automotive events, and other projects. His enthusiasm, compassion, and love for the automotive community continue to make him one of the most respected and recognizable personalities associated with Overhaulin. But Chris wasn't the only co-host who brought a unique energy to the garage during the show's early days. From the very first episode, the team was joined by another passionate car enthusiast who grew up surrounded by the racing world. Courtney Hansen. Courtney Hansen helped introduce viewers to the world of Overhaulin from the very beginning. As the show's original female co-host, she brought warmth, energy, and a genuine love for cars that perfectly complemented Chip Foose and Chris Jacobs. Although her time on the series lasted only 2 seasons, she played a key role in helping establish the show's identity and remains one of its most memorable personalities. For Courtney, cars were never just a television job. Growing up in Minnesota, she was surrounded by racing from an early age. Her father, Jerry Hansen, won 27 Sports Car Club of America national championships, while her family owned Brainerd International Raceway for more than 30 years. Spending so much time around garages and racetracks sparked a lifelong passion that naturally led her into automotive television. When Overhaulin premiered in 2004, Courtney became the friendly face guiding viewers through each emotional story. She interviewed families, shared the owners' personal connections to their vehicles, and kept audiences updated as the team raced against the clock to finish every 7-day build. Her enthusiasm added a personal touch that balanced the technical side of the show. In 2005, Courtney left Overhaulin to explore new opportunities. Her departure had nothing to do with behind-the-scenes conflict. Instead, it marked the beginning of an even bigger career in automotive broadcasting. She went on to host shows including Power Block, later known as Power Nation, Destination Wild, $1 Million Motors, and Rides. She also created and hosted The Ride That Got Away and Ride of Your Life with Courtney Hansen, continuing to blend powerful stories with incredible vehicles. Beyond television, Courtney is also an author, columnist, and producer. She wrote The Garage Girl's Guide to Everything You Need to Know About Your Car, helping drivers better understand vehicle maintenance and repairs. Today, she continues producing automotive content through her own company while supporting charitable organizations and raising her family. Adrienne Janick. Adrienne Janick, better known to fans as AJ, became a familiar face on Overhaulin after joining the series in 2005. Stepping into a role that was already popular with viewers was no easy task, but AJ quickly made it her own. Her energetic personality, quick sense of humor, and natural chemistry with Chip Foose and Chris Jacobs helped her become one of the most recognizable hosts in the show's history. Born on July 25, 1974, in Whittier, California, AJ spent much of her childhood performing. She began acting, dancing, and appearing on stage at a young age, building a career in entertainment long before she ever stepped into a custom car shop. In fact, when she first joined Overhaulin, she openly admitted that she knew very little about the automotive world. That honesty was part of what made viewers connect with her. As she learned about restoration, fabrication, and vehicle design alongside the audience, fans got to watch her grow into the role. Working closely with Chip and the build team gave her a hands-on education, and over time she became a knowledgeable and respected figure within automotive television. Before Overhaulin, many people recognized AJ from the popular Fanta commercials that featured the Fantanas. The advertising campaign brought her national attention and helped open doors to larger television opportunities. Still, it was Overhaulin that would become the project most closely associated with her career. AJ remained with the show throughout much of its original run and returned for later revivals, making her one of the longest-serving hosts the series ever had. Outside of Overhaulin, she also hosted automotive programs such as Hot Import Nights and Competition Ready, while continuing to work as an actress in television and film. Away from the cameras, AJ shares another connection to the show. She is married to Bud Brutzman, one of the executive producers who helped create Overhaulin. Together, they have remained involved in television production for many years. Today, AJ continues to be remembered as one of the personalities who helped make Overhaulin such a lasting success. But while AJ was the one shining in front of the cameras, her husband was working behind the scenes to keep the entire operation running. As the show's co-creator and executive producer, he was the mastermind who first envisioned blending car fabrication with emotional, family-driven storytelling. Keep watching to see how producer Bud Brutzman turned a simple television concept into a massive, multi-season automotive franchise. Bud Brutzman! While Chip Foose became the face of Overhaulin, much of the show's success began behind the scenes with Bud Brutzman. As the series' co-creator and executive producer, he helped turn a simple idea into one of the most successful automotive shows ever made. His vision of combining heartfelt stories, hidden camera surprises, and incredible vehicle transformations gave Overhaulin a style that set it apart from every other car show on television. When the series premiered on TLC in 2004, viewers immediately connected with its unique format. Instead of focusing only on the cars, Bud wanted every build to tell a personal story. That emotional approach, paired with Chip Foose's remarkable designs, became the formula that made the show a longtime favorite. Long before Overhaulin, Bud had already established himself as a successful television producer. In 1997, he founded Brentwood Communications International, a production company that went on to create programs for networks, including TLC, Discovery, History Channel, and Travel Channel. Over the course of his career, he produced more than 150 television programs, including Rides, Living with Ed, Extreme RVs, Rock My RV, Car Crazy, and SEMA, Battle of the Builders. Bud's belief in Overhaulin ran so deep that he was willing to take major personal risks to make it happen. He has spoken about mortgaging his own home to help finance both Overhaulin and Rides during their early years. It was a gamble that ultimately paid off, as both shows became major successes and introduced millions of viewers to the world of custom cars. Bud also shares a personal connection to the series through his wife, Adrienne Janick, better known to fans as AJ. The couple married in 1998, and after Courtney Hansen left the show, AJ stepped in as co-host, making them an important part of Overhaulin's success both on and off the screen. Charlie Hutton. Charlie Hutton may not have spent as much time in front of the camera as some of the other members of the Overhaulin team, but his work spoke for itself. As the show's master painter, he was responsible for the flawless finishes that often became the highlight of each build. His incredible eye for detail and years of experience helped turn already impressive restorations into true showstoppers. Charlie's passion for painting started young. He began working in a body shop at just 13 years old and painted his first custom car by the age of 15. By the time he turned 20, he had already built a reputation as a professional custom painter, setting the stage for a career that would earn him respect throughout the automotive world. Before joining Overhaulin, Charlie became well known as the lead painter on American Hot Rod, where he worked alongside legendary builder Boyd Coddington. He later joined Chip Foose's team, bringing his remarkable talent to Overhaulin and helping create many of the unforgettable vehicles fans still admire today. His paintwork became one of the defining features of the series. Whether it was a deep mirror finish or an intricate custom design, Charlie's craftsmanship consistently elevated every project. Over the years, his work has contributed to multiple Riddler Awards, Street Rod of the Year honors, Custom Rod of the Year titles, and an America's Most Beautiful Roadster award. Today, Charlie and his wife, Terry, operate Charlie Hutton's Color Studio in Idaho, where they specialize in high-end custom paint and restoration work. He also continues teaching and mentoring painters through demonstrations and training programs, ensuring his knowledge and passion for the craft continue to inspire the next generation. What name on the list shocked you the most? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, click the next video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.